Good morning friends, welcome to Parnika Tutorials channel. In this series you can learn about the theory of computation course. I will discuss about the entire syllabus of theory of computation course with respect to the all the university syllabus and with the respect of GATE exam and also UGC NET exam. Now especially come to the GATE exam, out of 100 marks for the theory of computation you can expect 8 marks. Okay, GATE exam usually conducted for 100 marks. They will ask 65 questions. So out of that 100 marks from the theory of computation course, you can expect a maximum of 8 marks. And the beauty of theory of computation course is that you no need to by heart anything. If you understand the concept very well, you can easily solve the question. Sometimes some people will say that it is scoring subject also, but lot of students have the fear. But if you understand the concept very well, you can easily score the marks in this subject. And another thing is that if you study well or if you know the theory of computation course concepts, then you can easily learn the compiler design course. Okay, and in the compiler design course you can expect, from the compiler design course you can expect 5 marks. Okay, so if you study the theory of computation course, TOC in a shortcut we can call, if you study the TOC you can easily learn the compiler design concepts, and with the total 8 plus 5 13 marks you can expect from these two subjects. So first let me teach about theory of computation course, then we will go for the compiler design course. Okay, so just let me tell you what is the syllabus overview. Okay, I have not discussed I have not written everything, what is the content, everything I have not discussed, chapter 1 chapter 2 like that I have not discussed. I have categorized into grammar, language and models. These three are very important in the theory of computation course. Everything we'll talk in terms of grammar, language and models. So Chomsky has classified the grammar into 4 types. One is the regular grammar, context free grammar, context sensitive grammar, unrestricted grammar. So grammar generates the language. For the language we will do a mathematical model. Okay, so TOC, theory of computation course, is nothing but theory behind the mathematical modeling, okay, of a calculator or any computing device. Okay, so what is a grammar, what is a language, what is a model, everything in detail we will study in the coming lectures. Now as I said earlier, regular grammar generates regular language. Each grammar generates a language. So regular grammar generates a language called as regular language. Context free grammar generates context free language. Context sensitive grammar generates context sensitive language. Similarly, unrestricted grammar generates recursively enumerable language. Okay, and a language can be modeled using a mathematical model. Okay, now regular language can be modeled using finite automata. Now finite automata have two variants: finite automata with output and without output. The finite automata which generates the output, we will call it as finite automata with output. Okay, some finite automatas does not generate the output. They just accept the language, whatever the language is there, it will accept it. So those we will call it as finite automata without output. With output we will study about the Mealy mission, Moore mission, and without output we will study about the DFA, deterministic finite automata. We will study about NFA, non-deterministic finite automata, and we will study about epsilon NFA. Okay, epsilon non-deterministic finite automata. About all these things, Mealy mission, Moore mission, DFA, NFA, epsilon NFA, will study in detail in the coming videos. You don't worry by listening these terms. Okay, then we will study about the push down automata. Push down automata is it used to model the context free language. In shortcut we will call it as a PDA, push down automata. Now context sensitive language can be modeled using linear bounded automata, LBA, linear bounded automata. Now recursively enumerable language can be modeled using Turing machine. Okay, so about all these things, how to model the map, DF means deterministic push down automata, non-deterministic push down automata, then linear bounded automata, Turing machine. What is the difference between all these models, and what is the power of the each model, and what is the limitation of each model? Like there is some limitations with the finite automata, so that's why we went to the push down automata. There will be some limitations with the push down automata, then we will go for the linear bounded automata. So we'll discuss about each one in detail. What is the power of each one, what is the capability of each model, and what are the limitations of each model. All these things we will discuss in detail in the coming videos. Okay, and one more thing, you can ask me, sir, how these lectures are planned, like how the lectures we can understand, or what is the difference between other videos lectures which are available in YouTube and your videos. If you have watched my DBMS videos, I have uploaded around 125 videos. If you see those video series, I have explained the concept first, then I have taken 2-3 examples for the concept and I have explained, then I have solved gate questions which are asked related to that concept. Okay, so with the concept you can understand. If you have any doubts, with the examples you can clear it. Means I have taken 2-3 examples. So if you does not understand the concept, then don't worry, you can understand the example 1, example 2. If you understand them, it is very good. And if you solve the gate question, the next video consists of the gate question asked, which is asked in the previous years. So if you solve those gate questions by yourself without watching my video, if you watch the video also, it is good. You can just solve it by yourself and check whether you have solved correctly or not. If you solve the gate previous questions by yourself, your confidence levels will increase. Especially for gate exam, confidence level is very, very important. Confidence on you and on the subject is very, very important. If you have the confidence, you can easily score good marks. Why the confidence is important? Because there is a negative marking is there in the gate exam. If you don't have confidence, you will do some mistakes and you will not get good marks. Okay, so I hope you have understood why you need to study the theory of computation course and what you will study in this course. Thank you so much.